Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video. Before we get started, I'm filming this at about 1:45, so we're using artificial light, so sorry for any reflection. Got a little bit of a hoarse voice, don't know why, and my window is open because it is rather warm, so if there's any background noise, apologies for that. But I thought I'd better come on and give you all an update because I've not posted anything in a few weeks since my last sort of big bombshell update. And my oh my, how things can change in a matter of weeks. For starters, uni is over and done with now. That is the main reason I've not been uploading. My last few weeks of uni were very hectic, getting everything done in time for my final submission, because that final submission has a direct impact on my thesis project, which I'll be spending my second year of the course doing when I go back in October. And I will finish the course in June of 2025. June 2025. So, yeah, was busy away with that. I submitted at 4:30 a.m. on Monday morning. It was due in at 10, which is quite annoying. I'd really much rather they set a midnight deadline rather than a 10 a.m. deadline, because then it means that your students are not going to be up doing all-nighters. They're going to be up till a more reasonable time and then go to sleep. It didn't help that over the course of that weekend, so that was on the Monday morning, on the Friday it was my cousin's wedding, which was a lovely day for all involved, although I had food poisoning. Yay! Not from the wedding. I do believe it was from a pre-packaged meal deal sandwich. You might have seen in the news there's been an E. coli outbreak in lettuce in pre-packaged sandwiches, and I had a Waitrose BLT on my train back up to York on a Thursday night. Woke up on the Friday morning with writhing stomach cramps, and didn't know what the hell was going on, and they were intermittent. And as the day went on, it became quite clear that I was not well. But we were at a wedding venue, an hour and a half away from home, 5 miles down a single track lane through a farmyard away from the nearest village. We'd got a coach there that the bride and groom had put on, so there was no way of me being able to get home. There was one intermittent bar of signal, and you could just get 3G on it. It wasn't even strong enough to load an Instagram story. So I was in quite a lot of pain and discomfort. The toilets weren't in particularly lovely condition because the drunken men were using them and being a bit ill themselves. So that was that. And meanwhile, I had to try and get all my uni work done in time for the Monday morning submission. Hence why it was such a late submission at 4:37 a.m. Pretty sure was the time it was submitted. But anyway, that's done, and I feel so much more relaxed now. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was at work. Today's Friday. I'm literally filming this at 1:45, and you're gonna see this in about 8 hours time. I thought I'd just quickly film this now and get it up. It's been a good week at work. A nice level of busy where I've been occupied but not rushed off my feet. Really enjoying the project that I'm on at the moment. And on Wednesday, I got a little tap on the shoulder from my boss to say that things have picked up and that it was looking like I could go full-time from July, but he just needed to get it fully confirmed by our regional operating officer who looks after Europe. And on Thursday afternoon, well, early evening, about 4:30, I got an email to confirm in writing that I am going full time from the 1st of July until the 27th of September. So 1st of July is a Monday, 27th of September is a Friday, and I start back at uni on the 9th of October, so it gives me a little bit of time before uni starts to settle down again. And it also said that there will be ongoing chats with regard to how they can support me through my second year at uni. As I've said previously, I will only be available to work 2 days a week, which isn't the easiest for architecture in terms of getting a meaningful amount of work done, but that's a different conversation that I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned in other videos. I'm not going to go into in this one. But as you can imagine, I am so happy to have that news. I am over the moon that financial stability that I thought I'd lost, I have now confirmed that I'm going to have that. I'm not going to be bored over the summer because all my other course mates and friends are working full time. My boyfriend's working full time. So, you know, me only working 3 days a week, I've had to occupy myself quite a lot. And yes, I could have done that with eBay. I know I could. But my plan is I'm still going to do eBay. I have been doing eBay. I'll get onto that in a second. But eBay, like I said in my previous video, was always going to be on top of being full time, because not having uni to worry about mentally gives me so much more brain power for eBay. And having the stable routine of just working 5 days a week and having evenings and weekends off means I can fit eBay in really nicely around that. And there were some people in the comments that made very valid points that, you know, I could make equally as much money off eBay as I could do working those 2 extra days a week. That is true, but my point is that eBay was always going to be additional on top of that level of income. And that will allow me to save a really nice pot of money going into my second year at uni, when I'm going to be earning the least that I've earned since I was at undergrad. The other thing is that having spoken at length about it with my parents, they are going to be giving me a small level of financial support. So basically the move is back on. I am now back searching for a flat with Liv. We've had 5 or 6 viewings now. We've offered on one that we've found out earlier that we've not got, which is a shame because we both loved it. But we've got another 3 viewings lined up, one's tomorrow. And basically my parents are gonna cover the difference in the cost of rent each month between where I am currently and my new place, which will be minimal, but it's a cost that I'm now not having to think about, because they basically said to me, from having these conversations with them, that my mental health and stability is obviously very important to them, which is very nice to hear. And obviously it's literally for one final year. Once I've got this master's done, then I'm out into the world work full time and I can support myself fully again. And I probably could support myself fully, but you know, it's just nice to know that it's taken a little bit of the burden off. You know, it's a couple of £100 a month for the like 10 months that I'm at uni, and then it's done. And I'm obviously very grateful and very fortunate to be in that position. But also, you know, like, my parents aren't just giving me thousands of pounds, like, I'm still going to be supporting myself, and that is fantastic, because they'd agreed to do that before I found out I was going full time. But what they've said is, you know, that just means that I'm going to be able to save more money over the course of the summer to be able to fund my second year at uni when I can't work as much. So that, in a nutshell, is what's going on, and super happy about that, obviously. Financial stability is something that has such a great impact on your life, and constantly having to check your bank balance to make sure you can actually pay for your shopping at the supermarket or make all of your direct debit payments and your rent payment is not a nice place to be in. And I'm so glad that I'm hopefully going to be avoiding that situation. And like I say, get June here next year, so, you know, 12 months from now, I'll hopefully be going to a full-time part 2 job with an increased salary to what I'm on now when I'm working full time, because I'll have my masters finished, and that will obviously move me up the pay scale, and I will finally be at a point in my life where I hopefully have no money worries. So, you know, I will be financially stable, supporting myself fully, can pay my parents back, and start paying into my own private pension fund that I already have set up, but I'm not paying into it currently. It's just kind of sat there. My intention is that as soon as I'm full time, you know, a certain percentage of my salary will go into that. So anyway, that's probably too much information, but there you go. eBay is probably what quite a lot of you are here for. I have upped my game. Now, it has dropped off in the last week or so. I say last week, so the last 10 days, because of the lead up to my submission for my uni deadline. I was pulling 12 to 16 hour days getting that done, and eBay just had to be forgotten about. However, I have seen such an uptake in sales, and moving forward, now that uni's done for the summer, I'm getting on that hamster wheel. I'm going to be listing even more consistently than I was since I filmed that last video, because basically when I filmed that last video, I was like, right, this is giving me a kick up my arse to list, and I was listing between 7 and 8 items a day. I was cutting prices on older stock, moving my oldest stock onto auctions, I ended load listings and did sell similar on them to boost up the algorithm. Cross-listed almost all my stock onto Vinted. I've made some really nice sales on Vinted, and effectively, since that video, I've managed to increase my instant access savings pot by £2,500 in 3 and a bit weeks. Now, don't be fooled, that is not all from reselling. There are 2 huge factors that play into that. The first one, I paid a deposit before I started my course at the LSA that was £700, and they give you it back at the end of the first year. So I've got that £700 back, so that was part of that 2,500. And the other thing is, also since filming the last video, I've had a pay rise and a bonus from work. Now, it wasn't huge, my bonus, because I've not been there a year yet, and I've only been working part-time, but it has made a difference. And that pay rise, that's not just me going full-time, that's just a general percentage pay rise on my previous pay, which will obviously be incorporated into my full-time pay as well. But yeah, so I've obviously had those 2 chunks, my bonus and my deposit I've had back for that 2.5 grand, but quite a lot of that money has come from reselling. I'm super happy to be saying that to you now. Obviously it shows if you've not got it listed, you can't sell it, and I've still got a huge backlog. So as we stand now, next week, starting the 24th? Monday the 24th, that's my final week of being 3 days a week, so I'm going to enjoy that, enjoy my days off extra. It's the same with all my other friends, that's all their final weeks, being 3 days a week. And then starting on the 1st of July, I will be full-time, and I'll be getting myself into that routine of being at work 5 days a week, and getting my eBay listing done on top of that, and get that money coming in, get the savings pot growing. And also on top of that, I will be hopefully moving at some point. We have to be moved by the 17th of July because that is the last day that my friend has on her tenancy, and I need to find someone to take this room. So yeah, if anyone's looking for a bedroom in a shared house in London, South East, Zone 2, easy access to the centre, let me know. But yeah, so that's my only thing that I will have to contend with is moving, but I'm not too worried. We do have options still, when, you know, we've still got time as well. And I know for people in other parts of the country, you're probably thinking, God, you've got 3.5 weeks, something like that. That's scary. But the market here is so fast moving that genuinely, like, the flat that we put an offer in on, it went on the market on one day, we viewed it 3 days later, put the offer in, and then the next day a decision was made, and I think 4 different people had put offers in. And yes, people in London are still offering more than the market, the asking price for rentals. It is, you do still get into bidding wars on rentals, which is crazy. And it really is my personal belief that the government needs to introduce rent control, because it's obscene. It shouldn't be. You should. How are people getting gazumped on rental properties? It's just, anyway. So yeah, gosh, there's an update for you. That is how much things have changed in like 3.5 weeks. Quite crazy. Wasn't expecting it. Really wasn't expecting going full time this summer. I'd really got myself into the mindset that wasn't going to happen. And so, yeah, things are looking good. I can pay my bills, I can save some money, and I can have some stability going into my final year of my masters, when I'm not going to be earning as much money. So there we are. That's the update for you. I'm going to quickly get this edited. I don't think there's really anything I need to cut out. And scheduled, ready for you to see in, it will be 7 hours and 56 minutes time, because I always upload at 8 AM and it's now 4 minutes past midnight. So there we go. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm probably going to make a sales video soon on some of the things that I've sold, since I've been putting more effort in to show you guys what has been popular. So keep your eye out for that. If there's any kind of videos you do want me to film, or anything you want to know, let me know. I'm always looking out for more ideas for YouTube to keep my content interesting and varied. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all soon with my next upload.